Mike and I camped for a week at Costanoa with all of our friends in February, and this video is to highlight all the fun things that we did while we were there. From seeing the elephant seals at Nuevo, to kayaking at Elkhorn Slough, hiking Butano State Park, mountain biking, going to breweries, and visiting Pescadero. There are so many fun things to do from Costanoa.
Now we are headed to Nuevo. It's elephant seal birthing and pupping season. So they have these tours where they tell you all about the elephant seals and everything you need to know, apparently. So we're going to go do that with all of our friends. So we're headed over there right now.
Nuevo is a quick 10-minute drive south of Costanoa. The elephant seals are protected, and the only way to see them is through the guided walking tours between December 15th and March 31st.
What's up? We have the tour at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, the reason they're here right now is to give birth, raise their pups, as much raising as they do. The females do all of the caretaking for about 4 weeks, and then they say you're on your own.
Wow.
And at that point, she'll mate with one of the males, or maybe several of the males, and then get out of here. So this is 2 weeks ago, roughly, and it's changed a lot since then. So this time of year is kind of when it's changing the most, almost. A lot of the females that got here earlier on will have had their pup within about 5 days of arriving, then fed that pup for about that 28 days, and then mated and headed out here. So a lot less females now at this point. So it might be, I'm making up a number, but maybe like 1,000 females instead of 1,600. So there's still a lot out there for sure, but a lot have also left. For almost every female that leaves, there will be a pup that is now a weaner. So after that 28 days, they've been weaned off the milk. We call them weaners or weanlings.
So when was the last part?
Usually it's like beginning of February. Every now and then we'll get a late birth. Like last year, I think there was a birth in early March, which was like just so late. But I think there was a pup born maybe 10 days ago, 11 days ago at this point. So pretty recent, but that was by a seal that is known to us, an individual seal that's known to us, who is about 22 years old. She's done very well in life. She's mothered at least 9 pups that we know of and have tracked in her life. Well, welcome to Nuevo State Park, or welcome back to those of you who've been before. This is your docent guide we've met now, Barbara.
Hi.
Hi.
This tells you who's here at what time. We were saying before we started out that we're open all year round. And there's always elephant seals here, but they're different kinds of elephant seals, different ages and different sexes. Right now it's February. We have adult males we'll be seeing today, and those are 5,000-pound animals. They're called elephant seals because they have this enormous nose, kind of like an elephant. It's called a proboscis. The females that are here doing their breeding. And then we have pups who have either being born or just been born. And then we have another group that's not on here that we call weaners. And those are pups who have weaned from their moms, and when they're done, after about a month of weaning with the mom abandons them. And they're left on the beach with no mom. So we're gonna see a lot of them today. And in March, it's Wiener Wonderland here. They are like toddlers, that's how I describe them. They're like, they're flipper, they have big eyes, they're adorable. They might come up and look at us, you know, they're cuddling together. Mom leaves, and they don't know how to swim. They don't know how to do anything really, to hunt for food. And so you might see them in the puddles out here if you came back in March, where they're teaching themselves how to swim. The black pup that you'll see next to a mom means that it was born within the last month. They're mostly bigger now. They're mostly getting to the wiener size. And for every newborn pup, they put a green tag on its tail. That's one of the first things we did when we started studying them. And we know from that these animals have something called sight fidelity. they always come back to the beach where they were born. If you go down to Piedras Blancas near Hearst Castle, their color is white. If you go up to Marin County, their color is pink. We never see pink. They never see green. So we've known for quite a while that this is what's going on. When the pup pops out, he or she will face the mom, and they exchange a unique smell and a unique sound, so they can find each other when there are 2,000 animals on the beach. Anyway, so the mom weans the baby for a month. It becomes a weaner. She is then goes into heat again. And this is what the alpha's been waiting for. And that's what we're seeing out there. Tons of mating. So the alpha's been waiting for her to go into heat again. But after he has his way with her, he turns over and goes to sleep and says, I'm done protecting you, girlfriend. So she has to go from the middle of the harem back out to sea. Females are going out towards Japan and coming back. And oh, by the way, when these animals are traveling at sea, they're solo. So you're hearing them, you'll see them today barking at each other, yelling at each other, maybe throwing sand at each other. This is their party time. That's the way they're partying. Because at sea, they're by themselves. Nobody there.
Oh, look at that big guy. Holy shit. Wow.
The bigger animal is the teenage boy, and I think the other is Kitty, and she's telling him, no way. Or my sister. Yeah. I think the females don't usually find each other. Okay.
So we are going to head down to Elkhorn Slough to kayak. Elkhorn Slough is about an hour south of here and a little bit south of Santa Cruz. And we're going to kayak in the slough, and it's known for having a lot of marine mammals like sea lions and sea otters and harbor seals and all kinds of birds. So we're heading out right now. Guys are loading up the kayaks, and we're going to go check it out.
We put our kayaks in at North Harbor Boat Launch.
Right in front of Kathy, little sea otter. Oh, it looks like he's splashing or cleaning something. Oh my gosh. They do little twirls and flips, and got himself a yummy little clam.
Yeah, we saw one that's tagged.
Oh, really?
Jose saw the red tag on his foot.
Oh, they're just popping up everywhere.
Lunchtime.
otters are literally everywhere. They keep poking their heads up and bringing up whatever they're eating from the depths of the slough. They're just everywhere. This is like a kayaker's mecca. We found some harbor seals, taking a little nap in the sand. Back from kayaking, we stopped at the Roadhouse in Davenport. So some of the guys are going to be doing a mountain bike ride, so I'm going to see them off. Oh, good. So the guys are getting ready to go on a bike ride. Where are you going?
We're going to try to go to, Waddell Creek Wilderness, Waddell Creek, and then across and back around. So depending on how much is open and how many trees we come across.
And how many miles is that?
19
generally?
miles and
If
about
you follow the
2,200 feet if we
Yeah.
do the whole thing.
Nice. And you'll be
So-
back by around noonish?
We'll try.
We'll try. No worries.
Maybe
No
one.
rush. Because we're going to be
We
hiking.
do go past the brewery, so we might be doing it.
Just let
Yeah,
us know.
exactly. Yeah. If we make the whole route, we'd be passing the brewery.
Sweet. Well, have a great ride.
All right.
You guys have fun. You guys have fun on your hike.
Thanks. All right. Off with you.
Off we go.
These bikes aren't going to ride themselves.
Yeah.
All right, Kathy. Those of us that didn't go mountain biking went for a hike at Butano State Park, which is a few miles north of Costanoa. But we're on the first third of the hike. We've completed, I think, the Año Nuevo portion. It's very steep, but it's like the first mile is very steep. And then it levels off, and I think we're connecting with Goat Hill Trail and then gonna hook up with Six Bridges, which is really pretty, down by the creek. Anyways, a great workout. A lot of burn scar from the CZU fire, I think it's called. So we're seeing a lot of burnt trees, but it's a beautiful, beautiful hike still. I guess kind of used to that in California, seeing the burn scar. We found the banana slug crossing. So many in here.
awesome. So beautiful out here.
Now we've come to a creek. Look at all the damage though.
Yeah.
This has got to be from the storms.
Yeah.
So they are doing a lot of work back here because of the storm. So the route that we took was from the visitor center, the Nuevo Trail, then we hooked up with Goat Hill Trail, went down towards the campground, and tried to hook back up with the Six Bridges Trail, but there was all that construction, so we ended up on the Fire Road back here. It's about a little over 4 miles. So we're back at camp, and Mike and the guys are back from their mountain bike ride. So how was it?
It was amazing. Jim, Jeff, and Mike and I just did a 20-mile mountain bike ride about 2 miles from the Costanoa KOA on some fire roads that were just amazing, and some awesome views from the top.
Yeah.
I would definitely do it again,
Nice.
and a perfect day for it.
Yeah, the weather was just amazing.
Yeah, it was, and 2,200 feet of climbing in 20 miles. So
All in the beginning, right? Just go up
Pretty
and
much,
then
yeah.
go back down. Sweet. All right. Mike and I are going for a little walk. There's a trail that's on the north end of Costanoa that takes you down to Highway 1, and you can cross over and get some beach access and be able to hike along the bluff. So we're going to go check it out. So the last storm eroded the beach quite a bit, so there's this cliff now, but you can see Pigeon Point Lighthouse in the distance. Beautiful surf. We're going to try to hike our way a little bit south of here and pop out in a different spot to go back to camp. Built in 1871, Pigeon Point Lighthouse is the tallest lighthouse on the west coast. It is still an active Coast Guard aid to navigation, and it is designated as a California Historical Landmark, as well as listed on the National Register of Historic Places. It's also fun to visit the small town of Pescadero. And you have to go to Arcangeli Grocery to get some artichoke garlic herb bread. Very delicious. And lastly, you can visit the goats at Harley Farms and shop in their beautiful farm store.
Another fun place to stop is the Pie Ranch, but get there early because they sell out of pies. And just up the highway from Costanoa is the Highway 1 Brewing Company.
Mate with one of the males or maybe several of the males and then get out of here.
Wow, one for the road.
Pretty much, yeah.
The swim machine.
Who said that?
Awesome.
Angry and horny would be, that would be like the second movie about elephant seals.
Yeah.
Elephant seals too, hangry and horny.
This week is Valentine's week, and there's lots of sex going on.
Oh boy.
Wow, look at that one. Holy cow. That
Oh,
is...
there he
Oh,
goes.
hey, stop it.
Oh boy.
It just sounds like a lot of burping and farting.
Okay, so Debbie, you're right. Yep, this is the right way.
If it's right, then y'all just tell Jeff that I led the way.
Yes, for sure.
100%.
100%.
Which is acting natural. This is acting natural.
Tripped over a rock. That was